The Nigerian market today was down over 1%, really on the back of the losses in the banking sector. Let's now cross to the Nigerian Stock Exchange, where Nnennaya Umeh is standing by for an update. She's with FSDH Securities. Nnennaya, thank you so much for joining us. And I want to get your thoughts on the performance we've seen over the last few days. Indeed, the market was going up at some stage, but interestingly, over the last few sessions, it seems to be falling back.
Okay, thank you, Wole, for having me. The market today ended on a bearish trend, with the banking sector leading the losses. Of all the Nigerian, the NSC sectoral indices, the banking 10 led the losers on account of the negative expectations received by investors on account of the result of Diamond Bank. Investors expected Diamond Bank to declare a dividend, having had a very good 9-month result, and we saw recovery and growth in earnings quarter to quarter. But by full year, the results were okay. The PAT grew by 261%, but the bank could not declare any dividend as a result of their negative revenue reserves. In addition to that, the Q3 result of Access Bank PLC also dipped, with PBT dipping by about 26% and the PAT dipping by about 18%. Put together, this signaled the market that the delay in the release of other banking stocks results may also not be as well as expected. And so the selling pressure increased and other stocks followed suit.
Do you think this is going to be a trend? It's come down over the last 2 sessions. You've raised the issues there with respect to Diamond Bank's results and Access Bank's result. But clearly, we're going to see a lot more results. In your view, do you think that is what is going to stabilize the banking sector?
With release of results that investors want to see, the market will remain stable and will increase. But with results with negative results and results that do not meet the expectations of investors, you will continue to see selling pressure.
Okay, let's talk a bit about some of the results that we're anticipating. The likes of Fidelity Bank should release numbers. Indeed, Diamond Bank, that just released full-year numbers, is expected to release Q1 numbers tomorrow. So I want to get your early expectations for what we can anticipate from the banks, broadly speaking.
For Fidelity, last year I think they declared 14 kobo. We expect they will at least maintain what they declared last year or do something more than that. Anything short of that will impact the share price, as investors will not be happy with that and will probably affect the share price. Other banking stocks as well, we expect most banks, having seen their quarter-on-quarter results, to at least maintain the results they declared, the dividends they declared last year, for investors to be happy and maintain the shares. Okay,
it all depends, of course, on the type of results we see from the banks. But I want to get your thoughts on Q2. The market was up just about 20% in the first quarter. Do you think we're going to see an increase in that performance in the second quarter?
We may or may not see that kind of increase. Given the banking results, like what Access Bank, their result declared. In 2012, most banks got their income from investments in treasury bills and government securities. But with declining yields on bonds witnessed in the first quarter and continuing into the second quarter, they will have to look for other areas of income to be able to do very well and release good results for the market to react to.
Right. Are you still bullish, though, on the banking sector? It seems like that's still the sector that you would see value in this market right now, given the strong run we've seen in consumer stocks. Do you think we should be buying banks now, or which stocks do you like?
The banking sector still has value. In fact, with all the prices that dropped today, the dividend yields have increased, which makes it more attractive for investors who, prior to now, have not bought those shares to still buy into those banks. And I think the banking sector also drives activities on the floor. So I still think that to an extent, the market may be able to maintain the 20% that we witnessed in Q1.
Okay, but how bullish are you in the next few sessions in particular? Do you think we should be picking up these stocks as they're falling back, and perhaps there'll be a strong recovery over the next 1 or 2 weeks, or should we allocate and pick up these stocks gradually going forward?
For now, the returns from the equity market seem to be higher than those from the money market. So I still think investors should still be buying. But like I said, the release of the results, major result, particularly that of First Bank, will determine the direction of the market for the next few trading days to come.
And what about dividend yield? Are you happy with the yields that we've been getting so far? Of course, Diamond Bank didn't pay a dividend, so there's no yield there. But the likes of Zenith and GT Bank, of course, have paid dividends.
I think the dividend yield on GT Bank and Zenith Bank as well are very good, considering the state of the market at the moment. Any dividend yield between 5 to 7% is considered as very good. So far, even Okomu has a dividend yield of over 7% as well. So investors are happy with those yields for now.